Have you ever had one of those moments, a connection with someone that just feels impossible, like it was meant to be? Well, we're about to dive deep into a story that's all about that feeling. And this is the big question at the center of it all. I mean, really think about that. Is it even possible for two people who've never met to have the exact same recurring dream? So, our story starts in Denver. We've got two people living in the same city, but their lives are on completely separate tracks, each chasing their own version of the future. Let's meet them. On one side, you've got Ethan Reed. He's a numbers guy, a Bitcoin strategist, born and raised in Denver. His whole world is about data and logic. And then there's Maya. She's an interior architect, creative, intuitive, and she's a transplant from New Mexico. He's chasing an abstract idea of freedom, while she's longing for something very real, very tangible: home. You see, for Ethan, everything is a calculation. He's looking at those charts and numbers on his screen, and he's not just seeing data. He's seeing his escape plan. It's his path to a future where he doesn't have to answer to anyone. But Maya? She is a different story. Denver has been good to her. It's a city of opportunity, for sure. But there's this constant pull, this quiet ache in her soul calling her back to the culture and the landscapes of New Mexico. Her success here is really just a stepping stone on her journey back home. All right, so you have these two people living in their own little bubbles. How in the world do their paths even cross? Well, it happens like it so often does, a completely random chance encounter in a coffee shop. And it's almost something out of a movie, isn't it? It's so simple. His routine is broken because someone's in his spot. Her sketchbook goes flying. A simple act of kindness, a hand reaching out, and just like that, these two parallel lines have intersected. So, they've met. Cute, right? But this is where the story goes from a simple meet cute to something genuinely unbelievable. As they're talking, Maya opens up. She starts describing this deeply personal daydream she's had since she was a kid. It's her sanctuary, her perfect, quiet escape from the world. And you gotta put yourself in Ethan's shoes right here. As he's listening to her, this jolt of recognition just hits him. It's not just a similar idea. He knows this place. He knows it intimately. He doesn't just recognize it. He starts filling in the blanks. The impossible details, the exact color of the cliffs, the sound of wind chimes, things you couldn't possibly guess. And there it is, the reveal. Can you imagine that moment? Just pure, unadulterated shock. The odds of this are, well, they're zero, right? It's a moment where all logic just goes right out the window. Okay, so after the initial shock wears off, they have to figure this out. Is this dream just similar, or is it something more? Is it identical? So they start comparing notes, and it's just one detail after another, lining up perfectly. The gnarled old tree outside, the very specific quality of the afternoon light, even a sound, the faint, distant sound of a flute. Every single element is a perfect match. But here's the really crucial part. While the picture in their heads is exactly the same, what it means to each of them is completely different. For Ethan, it's the finish line, the ultimate peace he earns from his financial wins. For Maya, it's a beginning, a quiet retreat back to her roots. Same dream, totally different purpose. So this incredible, impossible dream connects them on this profound level, but at the same exact time, it highlights a massive, real-world conflict in their plans. And that conflict can pretty much be boiled down to a single number: 400. 400 miles. That's the distance between his world in Denver and her home, her destination in New Mexico, which just so happens to be where this dream house seems to belong. And this really lays it all out. He is Mr. Denver, a guy who is building his future right where he is. But her entire life plan is about leaving Denver behind, uprooting everything to go back to the one place their shared dream seems to be pointing. But Ethan, he looks at this impossible situation and he reframes it. He doesn't see a problem. He sees a solution. He sees it as a sign, a literal blueprint from the universe, telling them that this isn't just a dream they share. It's a future they're meant to build together. And that brings us to the ultimate question, doesn't it? Amazing connection is an amazing place to start. But what happens when that magic crashes into the hard logistics of real life? Can a shared vision actually bridge a 400-mile gap and two completely different life plans? That is where the real story begins.